Assalamu alaikum everybody. You're in the class of copywriting and visualization with Fatma Hatimanjari. We're going to talk about call to action. Now, call to action is a short piece of text, usually 1 or 2 sentences, in an advertisement or marketing communication that encourages the reader to take a particular course of action, buy or donate or make contact and so on. Now, this very short sentence is very important for a viewer, for an end user, to know what he or she has to do in order to take action, or if they're interested in the product, then what step do they take next? So it's a very important step, and call to action must be embedded in advertisements in order to guide your viewer and customer. So what does call to action do? Basically, it guides the reader to real action world, encourages towards the doing phase. It is an important takeaway for the audience. Now, DCR is a term used for desired consumer response. All right. So you use call to action in order to achieve the desired consumer response. For example, it has to be very clear, right? So a 10-year-old should be able to understand what you are asking them to do. So your call to action needs to be very clear and simple enough for anyone as young as a 10-year-old to understand as well. It should be simple because it should be, by simplicity we mean that it should be of a single step. It's the website's job to convert traffic to sales, right? So if you take it in terms of digital media, it has to not, basically a viewer or a consumer who could be probably your consumer. If you ask them to click multiple times or go here, then go there, you will lose your audience. All right. So by simple, we mean that it should be of one single step. All right. If we take example of print ads, we mean call now or place your order here, a link maybe. Right? But if it's digital media, then one click should be the solution for the viewer. Now we're talking about specific. So in order to get the desired consumer response, you have to be very specific with your call to action. It should make it clear exactly what the audience should do in concrete terms. Fill out a form or visit a shop or make a phone call or go to the website. So what is the desired response that you want from your consumer or your viewer? So very specifically, the call to action should lead them to that particular action. Again, to reiterate, that specific action could be either to make a phone call, either to visit a web link, or to fill out a form. Whatever the case, whatever call to action are you directing your viewer towards, that should be very specific when you are writing copy for call to action. So what is a basic call to action? At its simplest, a call to action is a single sentence that tells the reader to do something using the imperative mode. Call us now to claim your free sample copy of Lawnmower. All right. So when you read this, call us now and claim your free sample. So that instigates the viewer to actually make a call. And why? Because free is the magic word here. It communicates the DCR, the desired consumer response, preserving its 3 key attributes, which is clear, simple, and specific. So the DCR, the desired consumer response, it links with the benefits of the product or the service that you are selling. Now, this is essential because a call to action offers a quid pro quo. If you do this, we're saying to the reader, you'll get that. So quid pro quo is this: you do this, you get that. The benefit need not to be concrete, but there must be something in it for the customer, even if it's only useful information on a product. So sometimes when you do call the number, they say that call to claim your free sample. Sometimes when you call, you will get a free sample, but not right away. You might have to do something else, or you might have to listen to some information. So whatever the catch is, make sure that it is at the end useful for your consumer or your viewer or the person who's calling, right? It should not be an unfruitful exercise. It commands the reader directly. For example, sit down, have a coffee, and let me take care of it. So, commands like this, you don't mind, all right? Commands like, no, you can't do that, you will probably have a problem with that. But for a command like this, sit down and relax, let me handle it, you don't mind following that command. So it tells the reader when to act now. So most of the call to action, you will see that the copy uses the word now. Now shows an urgency, and it also implies that the consumer or the viewer takes an immediate action. And that's what call to action is for an immediate and a spontaneous reaction. Again, so eat, play, love. So this is about Food Panda. Okay, get 3 months of iFlix every order. So when iFlix gives this ad, and when you say 3 months of iFlix every order, so this is basically Food Panda collaborating with iFlix. Look at this example of Kareem. All right, order now through Kareem delivery. So the word now, that shows urgency in the call to action, and order now through Kareem delivery. So it's again a Pepsi and a Kareem collaboration. So what does call to action do? It basically adds power of persuasion. We all know how hard it is to find presents that friends and family will really love. So make Christmas easier this year at greatgifts.com, or make your Valentine's special with greatgifts.com. Thousands of businesses have already unlocked huge productivity gains by switching to Bookkeeper. Call us to discover how you could join them. So all these are different ways of writing copy that inculcates persuasion and power at the same time. All right, so look at this California pizza ad, all right? Flat 30% on all orders. You can also see this very interesting ad for typography and for visualization. It is really interesting how the 30% is embedded with the pizza. Embedding commands. When you choose our service, you're tapping into decades of expertise. Now, a lot of copy that goes in the advertisements, they choose embedded commands in it, which actually gives a certain power to the viewer, or it gives a certain credibility to the viewer. So how good would it feel to book a short break right now? All right. So it may be an embedded command, but it is something for a benefit for you as well. You can call our order hotline 7 days a week. All right. So this is giving you the leeway that you can call us anytime. Most customers who buy in bulk from us make big savings. So it's not directly telling you that you buy from us so that you can save. It's telling you indirectly that if most of our customers who buy from us, they make big savings. So hopefully this has been quite an insight for you for how to write call to actions and what sort of words and ideas should be kept in mind when you are writing one. Thank you so much.